Trains collided at Mamelodi, east of Pretoria. Our reporter Patricia Visagie is on the scene and joins us now. Good evening, Patricia.
Good evening.
So, Patricia, how exactly did the accident happen?
Well, good evening. We are, of course, here as, a lot of emergency services, personnel, metro rail and so forth are trying to actually establish exactly what the cause of the accident is. And what we can tell you at this moment, it seems like it was actually, a passenger train that had a light collision with what they call a tamping machine. And that is actually used to do maintenance on the tracks. So it seems like the machine was actually faulty, and that caused it not to move at the pace that it was supposed to move. But right now I am joined by Metro Rail spokesperson Lillian Mufukeng, who can just give us the latest details in terms of what is happening and just bring us into the correct facts, as it seems like there was already wrong information that was doing the rounds. Lillian, if you can just update us.
Thank you. I can confirm that we do have a Metro Rail train. As you can see, is our new train, the People's Train, EMU, that unfortunately was hit by a reversing tamping machine that failed from a station earlier on than Fabric. We do not know as to the exact facts in terms of what had happened. However, the train driver that was actually on board our train has confirmed to us that the train rolled backwards right from up there, and he saw it. He tried to warn the passengers inside the train, because remember, in these new trains we do have a feature that is a safety feature. We do have communication features whereby commuters are able to hear whatever information that the driver gives them. But unfortunately, even when he instructed them to actually vacate the train, some commuters pulled what we called the passenger emergency brakes, which stopped actually even the train from being able to move to help us to actually avert this particular collision.
And we understand that, of course, some of the passengers may have jumped out of the train, and some may have sustained minor injuries. I want us to move because I want us to actually see what exactly happened. You said you'll take us into the train, but as we walk and talk, you can also then just update us in terms of the number of injuries. So just bring us up to speed. How many people were injured?
Okay, so far we do have about 45 people that are injured. Some have suffered minor injuries, some are serious but not critical. This is what we call the PAE, the alarm. Once you pull, this thing out of, inside the train, any commuter pulls it off. Unfortunately, it locks the train, the brakes locks, the driver cannot do anything. Even though the driver can communicate, we do have intercom, he communicates, he can see right throughout the train from where he's sitting, what is happening at the back, but his hands were quite tight to can actually be able to move the train. And of the people that are injured, majority of them is actually those that refused to vacate the train. So had we had the commuters listening to the driver, vacating the train, the impact would have been less.
And is that because perhaps people panicked? When such situations like that occur, the human mind takes its own direction. Do you think perhaps they refuse to listen to the driver because of panic?
We do suspect that, but it also goes hand in glove with education, that as Metro Rail, we continually engage in with commuters, with our communication ambassadors on board, especially these new trains, to educate them to say, when this happens, this is how you should react, and then so that we can continually make sure that we avoid such similar incidents.
Just coming back to the commuters, You say obviously the majority of them sustained minor injuries, and some who may not have, where are they now?
Some those that we know of are actually taken to Steve Biko Academic Hospital. They are actually being attended there as we speak, and then unless those that maybe would have went to the local hospital here now, we have not yet had the further report from the emergency service.
Just lastly, when will the train be removed? Obviously people expect the trains to move on this track. Just bring us up to that.
We are waiting for our counterparts from Transnet as well, because this is a joint responsibility that we have to take to make sure that we actually ascertain and see how best can we be able to look at the cost, and if it's safe for us to actually even pull away this train back to the yard, and to also further look at the tamping machine to further remove it from the accident scene. We are hoping that by this evening, later on, the site should be cleared.
All right, thank you so much. We'll leave it at that. Metrorail spokesperson Nana Mufokeng, Lillian Mufokeng, rather to be correct. Lillian Mufokeng, just bring us up to speed. You heard 45 people have sustained serious and minor injuries, but it seems like everything is in order after that accident.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, our reporter Patricia Visagie at the Mamelodi train crash. Well, to the northwest now.